This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
I love that game. Okay, let's go. There used to be... If you wait a bit... I hate Mondays, yeah. I hate every day actually. Okay, let's discover what's new. Fuck off. Yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I remember when I used to be at university, I used to play that game quite a lot during classes and during breaks. And I had one of my friends who are pretty much very pissed off every time I would play. Because every time I would reach a computer and it was turned on, I would turn them off, all of them. I was like, why the fuck are you doing this? Good old time. Well, actually, they've... Either he has changed that, or... Because there used to be some papers shit here, and you can climb on top of the desk here. Hello, Red Wolf. Oh, let's go then. There will be a egg over there. And we'll do it next time we restart the game. I like also something with those doors. Can we close this one? Not yet, okay. Oh no, I fixed it. It was so funny. In the original game, you will close the door and when you wanted to reopen it, it will open on the other side. Basically, yeah, and there are lots of secrets. So apparently in this one, he has put lots more secrets. There are some endings that are very hard to actually achieve. Oh, here you go. This one, for example, there is one. You see, await input. Click on it. You have 5 in total to set up. And at some point, every time you trigger an ending, you have a random amount of chances to have at least one computer with this special screen. Once you reach the 5 of them, you will unlock a special ending. And it's not only this. If I do remember, once you have the 5 of them being triggered, you still have to accomplish a specific set of stuff in order to trigger it. Let's see, I can play. There you go. Wait, Naruto not speaking? Okay. At some point, you can also see somebody like walking from right to left here. Secret.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Sure.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Yes,
and
it
Stanley
is.
knew it perfectly well.
Yes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first,
Not
just to
really.
admire it.
No, not really. Just to piss you off. There's something over there. Oh no, it was this one. This one you will see somebody walking here.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Yes.
A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Close the door. What?
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Shut up.
It's possible, but at last he'd had enough of the amazing room
Okay,
and took the first open door on his
okay, shut up.
left to get back to business.
First door on my left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Yeah, sure.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Exactly.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
My
to
ass.
show you something beautiful.
No.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Sure.
Give me a chance.
Go on. Try. Two B1.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yes.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay, fine.
You see? There's nothing here.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
I don't give a
because
fuck.
you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
But I wanted to go there.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures.
This is literally
is this
my
what
world.
You wanted?
Yes.
Was it worth ruining the entire story?
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
written out
definitely.
specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because
No.
I did.
No,
and in
that's
the end,
wrong.
it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Exactly.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay, sure.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Just to piss you off. Okay, you actually not have the choice, okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1?
Yes.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1?
A 1?
That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess
I
it
don't
isn't
know.
my place to judge.
Yes, exactly.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Okay, go on.
Perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Let's see. Oh, this is me. Okay. Sure. Objectively ranked. 9,328. I'm the last one. That has some friends. Well, friend list empty. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Let's go take this one then.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Go fuck
Again,
yourself.
Honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
I see you
and
dodging.
now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Let's go.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Why?
It's a very meaningful game. All
Why?
about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting
Why I
the
fail if the
demands of
baby
family
goes into the
life.
fire?
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Maybe.
You heartless bastard.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you do it because you hate babies or
Yes.
purely to spite me?
Both of
Because
them.
if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's
Fine.
over.
Fine.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Sure.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
It's not any Stanley Parable. It's Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition, which is somewhat the sequel of it.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory?
See?
What is our motivation?
This wasn't in the original one.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
This is literally the sequel. Like, this place wasn't in the original game, so literally it is like basically the original game, but with a lot of new stuff added to it. Several new endings, new plot twists, new narrative sections. Like, literally this place wasn't existing before. Like, you will literally end up in Minecraft right now. It's not the case. Also, the game is not using the Source engine anymore, it's using Unity. Rude disembodied voice? What do you mean? Okay, you can climb down those.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Well, I see a hole over there.
Woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
No.
Preferably something
Let me
with
glitch your
walls.
fucking game.
Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Let me break it. Oh, fuck. We don't have a thing. It's not really like
Wonderful.
imagine.
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Rocket
Just a
League.
nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I mean...
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Yes.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it
Yes.
better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yes.
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
Yeah, that's why
I'm
we
going to
all
try
have
it out.
2 balls.
Here comes another ball.
The ball.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Okay.
More balls!
Ah, yes, perfection. Go on, give me more. I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
Yes.
Are you having fun? Is this a real... Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come.
Let's see. Beef. Oh, you're watching a virus. I see.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Yes.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
There is no cost.
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
No.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end.
No.
To make sense out of the chaos
No.
and the fear and the confusion.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
So I don't need you.
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
I don't
Once
give a
this
fuck. You
ends,
won't.
after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
No.
The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Okay.
I can wait.
Yeah, me too. Not too long, neither, because it's already late. There you go. So here we are back over there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yes.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No,
Yes.
no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Okay.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Okay.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Okay. So bullshit.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Who is for?
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay, sure. Such a bullshit.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
Yes.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Sure.
Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks.
Yes.
Really now, what were you thinking?
Still the same. Okay. Let's see. I love that game. Oh, there's somebody playing freestyle.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yes.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Not really.
Wow. Yes, this room.
No.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, there is, I guess, 2 of the ending, 3, maybe in this one door. But we'll go back.
And so he
later.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh no, there is something written on this board that only 2 people in this chat can understand. Damn. Somebody is being locked in the broom closet. I see. Complete today and finished agendas item. I thought at some point you could write stuff on the board. Maybe it's my imagination. Yes, you cannot get it, Platonic. Only 2 people here in the stream can understand. It's fine. It's fine. It's more like some form of inside joke, I'd say. What do people want? Thing, money, more money. Thing, but with money to buy more things. Graph. And that reminds me of VRChat streamers. What do they want? They want money. What else? Other things. More money. Put in photography. Okay. What's this? More value. Shift global market. Right. Free to play. Okay, let's go. The broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Yes.
No reason to still be here.
Exactly.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Exactly.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Yes.
Why?
To piss you
Please
off.
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I just want to piss you off. Simply, eh? That's very easy to understand. Oh, dumb. Don't you understand that?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
That's what
I
you
never would
believe.
have thought to mention it.
I'm staying.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
Exactly.
Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I don't have friends, remember? You said it yourself. You cannot tell
Stanley
them.
was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
That's pretty
He
accurate.
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he
Exactly.
is.
Mhm.
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Maybe. Wow, that's
Well, I've
so
come to a
lame.
very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Very
You got to this
British.
broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway. Ah, second player. It's good to have you on. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I think there is no more stuff.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
But this one is kind of interesting ending, actually. I'm gonna do after. First I want to try this one, if I still manage to do it. It's not an easy ending. Toilets.
Stepping in.
There you go, that's how you break a game. Oh no. Normally, if I'm not wrong, should, yes. This is the office. And you thought that you would see like outside, but actually it was like one-sided window. Still a copy. One more. Maybe two more, actually. Yes, another one. Okay. Hmm.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes. Fucking Naruto is singing, what the hell? Getting to bed. Well, have a good night, Nozen. I'm gonna most probably go to bed pretty soon too. It's already very late. Yes, Plutonic. It was the fucking Naruto whispering Wesley, like Stanley. Yeah, it was.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. Whoops, nope, never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out. Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow! I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Sure.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Oh, it's fine. I just have to have brain thought and it comes up pretty easy.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he? Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
What?
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Take your time, guy. Fine.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Good.
I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality.
Okay.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Yes. Good, good.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
Yes.
A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think he's so pissed off now that he's not even talking anymore.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill.
Yes.
Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious.
Exactly.
So fleeting.
Yes.
Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Yes.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started.
Yes.
But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal? This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly,
Yes.
I mean it. This
Yes.
is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley.
Good.
I want to have to think. I want
Okay.
to be engaged
Okay.
and not pandered to.
That's
We're
fine.
being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know?
Yeah, I
People
know.
look up to you, which is why... Oh, I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
That one never existed before. Oh, look.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
As he has someone being tricks real. Who did the pyramids? Live, the guy who went to Mars. Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go. Well, now he burned. Ah.
Yes, here it is, just through this door.
Oh, can't go back. Okay, we're forced to go to the other room, I guess.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get 'em.
Let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's just me, mad wishes. Thank you. Thank you for this welcoming and heartwarming attention. Thank you. Oh, what is going on? Was I just dreaming? I don't know. Time has been passing by, and I've lost track of it. Maybe I should check on my coworkers.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I don't know. Sus as fuck. What the hell?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Okay. Okay, we are forced to go there.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I mean, we'll see. Yes, switch off your battle.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Give me the content. Damn.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
What? Okay.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Let's see. What?
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What? What? That's sus.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
No, that's sus as fuck.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Okay, fuck that shit. I'm gonna go.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna go check that shit. What's up over there? I have a bad feeling.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What? Oh, I know that fucking assets. Why are the... Did we go into Elden Ring? Is it fucking Elden Ring mixed with like Stanley Parable? What's going on over there?
I call it The Memory Zone.
The
It's
Memory
where I've been
Zone.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
What the... Okay.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the
Yes.
game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then,
not
it
really.
all meant something.
Yeah.
Oh, the waste.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Back then I was still young. I was still at university. And I was playing that game during classes. I mean, what? Don't forget. Oh yeah, I remember all those, actually. That's really fun. Oh yeah. Smile, because it happened. $1. British Academy Awards. Oh yeah, that ending.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10
Why?
out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Why
James
was it
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created."
The
Did you hear
woman
that,
was singing
Stanley?
in French.
Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
There's nothing wrong.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Why don't you want to open the French door? Okay.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
This is a recycled area. Normally there should be like the broom closet over there. Why is it turning red? What's going on? Oh, where the fuck are we going? Is it Metro Exodus now? Half-Life?
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
What's bad, Duck?
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Yeah, you are.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Lol.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with just... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one...
Lol. Basically, yeah.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
It's like if every couple of thousands of years is starting again, like to vent.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the
Yes.
is never the end.
Yes.
Is never the end.
Yes.
Is never the
Yes.
end. Is never the end.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Is never the
Yes.
end. Is never the end.
Yes.
Is never the end.
Yes.
The end.
Yes.
Never the end.
Yes.
Is never the end.
Yes.
Is never the end.
Yes.
Never the end.
Yes.
Never the end.
Yes.
Never the end. Is
Yes.
never the end. Is never the
Yes.
end.
Shut up.
The end is.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about what's going to happen next. What the fuck is going on over there? How many millions of years have we been trolling the future? What the fuck? Okay, now there is some grass. Fine. Grass is dead. Okay. Interesting. It's like we fused with a demonic dimension. Demons are now among us. Oh. Okay, couldn't click it anymore. Okay. What the hell is going on? I see a mountain from far away. What was that? What have you done? I guess we're gonna end there for tonight. We've reached the Stanley Heaven. Most probably gonna retry tomorrow to see what happens next. We found new endings. Maybe there are some like. Maybe I should have like literally tried to move forward into the office. We'll see. It will be a surprise. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here because I'm very, very tired. And I have to wake up very early tomorrow in the morning. I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful new adventure of Stanley Parable Deluxe. And hope to see you soon. Yeah, you feel bad for Mr. Narrator? Wait to see what happens next then. But anyway, I wish you all to have a good night and see you either tomorrow or the day after or the day even after. It depends how tired I am to stream. Good night.